Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993 and today is another day of me trying to explain a new game and a new character. This game is called Aether Gazer, which I have been playing for a longer period of time, about the day this game started and till now. Okay, now there are a lot of characters, but the overall question remains is which character should you upgrade at the beginning part of your game. Now this is gonna be the first video and I am gonna say the first character that you should be upgrading at the beginning part of your game is gonna be Poseidon Tidal song, okay, or Poseidon A or Poseidon water. So this character has variation of name and all of those three are this character's name. Okay, now the question remains is why should you upgrade this character first? Well, here's the thing, this character is a healer character, so basically speaking this character will be doing damage to the enemy, but also at the same time will be able to help your teammate regain their HP. Okay, now this is the first character that you will be able to get this character at Omega rank, which is the max transcendence level. Okay, up to up to max, because you will be able to get this character fragments for free. Yes, the game will give free fragments for this character to get this character at Omega rank. Now, in case if you're wondering, okay, what other type of character is she? Well, in terms of this category here, this is the first main category. So this is basically the Zen zones. Okay, what is this? It basically means that they are coming from different zones, and different zones have different effects. So that is the whole thing. Now, when it comes to this Olympus, okay, Olympus combat bonus, what does this do? Increases mod index multiplier charge speed. So basically speaking, when it comes to boss enemy, when you hit the boss enemy, the boss enemy will increase their charge will increase to the point that they will not be able to attack and they will enter a modified mode. That is basically what this means. In order to enter the modified mode faster, this Olympus character is gonna be the best one when this Olympus character attack the boss enemies. Okay, now what is this one? The modified mood bonus. So the modified mood bonus is basically like when the boss enemy is in the modified mode, okay, this Olympus character will extend the duration of that modified mode. Basically speaking, the enemies will be stay in the modified mode for a longer period of time. And what happens when the enemy stays in the modified mode for a longer period of time? They receive damage a lot more. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. Now, what type of character is she? She is a water type character. She is a range type character. Basically speaking, she will be able to destroy the enemy within a long range. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. Now, when it comes to this character, does she have any other type of clothing? Yes, she has. This is the normal one, which you will get for free. Now, as for this one is something that you are also gonna be getting for free, I guess. Oh, I got it for free. I forgot. Okay. This is gonna be the normal one. Okay, now when it comes to these characters, these skills, let's talk about that. Okay, now this is the normal skill. Okay, and this is a Grace of the Sea. This is called Starry Drizzle, Torrential Surge. This is ultimate and dodge. Now, if I were to just talk about it, you will not be able to understand. So I'll be explaining in this tutorial second. The first one which I will be talking about is ultimate chain. So when it comes to ultimate chain, it basically means that sometimes when a proper character is made with a proper ultimate, okay, then what will happen is their animations get combined. So this is basically that thing. So when you use this Poseidon A, Zenkibo, and I forgot her name. Okay, when you use these three characters, what will happen is their overall attack gets boosted, and also at the end of the topic, Poseidon A is gonna be healing this teammate. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. Now, when it comes to this team competition, everything is the same. Both of them will be doing a multiple of attack together, but at the end, what will happen is this character will be doing a large quantity of healing at the end. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. Now, why didn't talk about this in great detail? Because you'll not be using in this manner most of the time. Okay, now then let's talk about this skill. Now, why did I say that explaining here is not a good option? Let's go to this place here. I mean, not that place, this tutorial practice place. Now let's enter this place, and then I'll be talking about this thing and hear everything very clearly, because you'll be able to understand what I'm saying very clearly if you just concentrate. Okay, now this is just normal attack. Okay, nothing important here. She will be doing some water damage. Now the next one which I'll be talking about is the dodge. So what happens is, when the character dodges, this thing which is called divine grace is a different type of mechanism, where if this character were to use divine grace, what will happen is this character will be able to use her charge attack a lot more frequently. So let's see what happens. Does this part get charged when I dodge? Yes, it will. So how many was it? It was about 20 something. Now it is 71. So this will basically increase this thing, and by doing so, what will happen is you will be able to use the skill a lot more often. Okay, now let's talk about skill number 1. Skill 1 basically heals the teammates. Okay, and only one teammate within a certain range. So you probably saw this character aim there and then drop a something. That was the healing. Okay, now this is the second one. The second one basically increases the teammates and even herself by doing more damage by increasing the buff attack. Okay, or let's say by increasing the buff percentage. Okay, this character is buff. Now that character is also buff. You can probably see this red glow. Now the last one is called torrential surge. Now this is the important one, because it basically has a certain pattern to use it. Okay, what is the pattern? Normally if you use it like this, it is actually not practical. Okay, what do I mean by that? Most of the time what is gonna be happening is you will be using either this or this or this to increase the divine grace, and once the divine grace increases, you'll have to dodge and then use this torrential surge. Otherwise what will happen is this will not do large quantity of damage to the enemy, because the enemy is going to be moving so fast that this is going to take a large quantity of time to get activated. So it's not a very good idea. Okay, what is the last one? The last one is the ultimate skill, which basically when you use this character here, this character and this character combined will do a large quantity of damage to the enemy. But if you were to just select this character only and not this one, then it will just do healing. So let's see what happens if I were to click this one. It will just heal. But what happens if I were to click this one? Okay, it doesn't allow me. So I basically used the ultimate of this character. Now she was able to do a large quantity of healing. So that's basically how it goes. Now you can basically come to this place and try a bit more, but I can assure you this is not a very good place to trial your character. Okay, now as you saw, okay, how this character works in terms of skill, all I can say is the torrential surge. There is a little bit more information I will talk about at the end. Okay, now let's talk about the access key. Access key is normal. Every character will come with them eventually. You do not need to pull for this. The thing that you need to pull for is these functors. Okay, this is called functor. Now I got this functor from the store section. Okay, I got this functor from this place here. Okay, here it is. I got it from this place, this one here, Hydra. So this one is especially meant for these Olympus characters only. Okay, now that is not her signature one. Then what is her signature one? Her signature one can be found in the functor section, advocate, and then click on this one, and this is the one that you should be going for. Okay, now if you were to say, okay, this is the place where I can get information from, but where can I get this functor? Okay, you can get this functor from some other place which I'll talk about. But first of all, let's talk about this. What is the grace of the sea? It is the skill 1. Skill 1 will be replaced by Blue Song. So what does Blue Song does? Blue Song does healing to the teammates, but also at the same time will be giving the teammates a 12% of their combat recovery. Okay, and resources 12% more quickly for 10 seconds. Okay, so basically speaking, once you use this, okay, this skill 1 blue whale song, what will happen is for 10 seconds the combat skill, okay, of every different type of other characters of this thing or Zen zone is gonna change. Sorry, not change, I mean increase by 30 except for traits it will only increase by 1, and that's the whole thing. Now other than that I have not got any, so I cannot say what is the stat bonuses. Okay, I cannot say that because I need multiple of the same thing. Now if you were to ask me, okay, why did I not got it, because I was at the beginning part of the game and I had no idea what to get and what not to get. Okay, now when it comes to this character's sigil, okay, obviously I did it in the following manner, such as recommended sigil. Now the question remains is, what happens when you get a certain character at omega level? When you get a certain character at omega level, okay, what happens is you will be able to give a certain character up to 3 different types of sigil instead of only 2. But because I'm not a meta player, I am unable to do so because it requires a large quantity of resources, which is why I have stick with this default. But this default is basically an end game option for free-to-play players, but for a spender like a guy who spends a large quantity of money in this game, they will be going for total 3 types of sigils. Okay, now if you were to ask me, okay, what is this, why some of them have faces and some of them don't, normally they don't even come with this one. Okay, so if you were to say, okay, 3 of the sets get activated, it will be gaining a 20% more buff when a correct type of Zen zone is given to these sigils. Okay, but if you were to give them this one, then what will happen, it will basically gain into total 40%, okay, of effect. Okay, the whatever the effect is gonna be 40% efficient or more. Now the question remains, okay, how does this usually work? Normally when you reconstruct a certain sigil, it will basically look like this. Okay, you'll have to change it over and over again till you get this exact one. Once you get that exact one, the second thing you have to do is to use this one. Now this one is one time only, but for this one, once you try to use them, you'll need at least 10 of these clarifying reconstruction. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, this one, I guess. So yeah, you need about 20 of them. But here's the thing, once you do this, you will not be able to return it back to this form again. So if you were to ask me, okay, am I gonna do this right now or not? Well, I'll be doing this not now but later. Why? Because currently right now I am investing in another character, which is why I'm not gonna be spending those resources here. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. You'll have to get the correct one first, and then once you have enough resources, you can basically max them out. So basically speaking, my character is near max level but not fully max, because another thing that you should need to be worried about is the skill effect. Okay, now let's talk about that. Now when it comes to the skill effect, the more critical one you have, critical damage, the more better. But even if you were to not have critical damage, the thing that you have to understand is try to get as red as possible. Okay, as you can probably see here, at least 2 pieces of red in every sigil. Now the more red you get, as in if there were to be at least 4 red ones, it is going to be a lot better. But there is a question, what would happen if you were to get a different type? Let's say you were to get a dark type damage or ice type damage. Well, it is not going to work on Poseidon A. Okay, why? Because Poseidon A is a water type damage dealer, so obviously lightning or different type of damage dealing won't work for this character. Okay, that is point number 1. Now point number 2 is this is a divine grace type of charging system. So from that point of perspective, if you were to get some other type of charging system, it is not going to work. Combat charge. Okay, so when it comes to this combat charge, the one you should be going for is divine grace, not traces, energy or rage. So from that point of perspective, when you try to go for this enhancement, okay, or enchantment enhancement. I do not know why they named it differently, same thing almost. So when you go for different types of enhancement, those are the two things that you have to really understand properly. Do not give this character any other type of damage dealing or any other type of charging. Give this character only water damage and let's see, water damage and divine grace, nothing else. Now obviously if you were to have some healing, less damage taken and something else, those are still better. Now in case if you're wondering what is this red one is for damage, blue one is for dodging, this yellow one is for taking less damage. Some of the blue one will also basically means healing. There are many different types, so that's basically how it goes. Now other than that, what is the last thing that remains? The last thing that remains is the codes. Okay, these are called Aether codes. Now there are total 3 types. This one is called the blue type, this is the red type, this is this is the yellow type, this is the blue type, and this is the red type. Now for this character, the best one is going to be the red type. Why? Because with the red type you will be able to use this character as a sub DPS character. Let me give you an example. So let's say I change it to this one and imprint them all. What does this does? Will basically increase the HP, will make the teammate take damage. When Poseidon or teammate takes damage, a 1.2% ultimate skill charge is granted. Okay, so ultimate skill charge will basically happen a lot faster. That's basically what it means. Grace of the Sea restores more HP. So this is pure HP, nothing important here. Okay, what about this one? This one is basically Starry Drizzle, will shorted. Okay, which one is Starry Drizzle? Starry Drizzle is the second one. Basically speaking, the teammates is gonna do a lot more damage. Torrential Surge is the wave. Okay, the wave is the water wave that does a large quantity of damage. It will basically make the enemy a little bit weaker by lowering their attack by 30% for 8 seconds. Okay, and casting Starry Drizzle grants super armor for the entire team for 3 seconds. Now which one was Starry Drizzle? This one. So basically speaking, if this yellow one were to be activated, the teammates is gonna take a little bit more attack buff, and also at the same time a certain armor were to be cast on every member. But what about this one, this red one? This red one is, think of it like this: if the character is already doing a max quantity of healing, there is no need for more healing or more armor. The last thing you need is to turn this character into a sub DPS, and this is the sub DPS part. Attack of the Starry Drizzle will be increased by 40%. Okay, Grace of the Sea, which basically makes the teammate, okay, Grace of the Sea, which basically heals the teammate. Okay, it will not only heal the teammate but will also make the enemy take damage who are within that circle. Okay, now the last one is the Torrential Surge. Now Torrential Surge is gonna do a maximum of 766.1% of damage to the enemy, but when this is activated, the enemy will be taking 960% of damage up to 2 times. So that's basically how it goes. So when it comes to all of these things, all I'm gonna say that this red one is gonna be the best one for this character for sub DPS. Okay, so if you find all of this information very useful about how to use this character as efficiently as possible, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons to get more of this beginners topic again, so that I will get more money out of YouTube. Okay, so if you like this video, please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons to get more of this type of topic on a regular basis. Thank you and see you again next time.